I'm from the USA. I hiked up to the Gleckstein Hut on my own. It was a very lovely stay. Somewhat difficult hike. I strongly suggest wearing hiking boots and no other shoe, no sneakers or anything else. There are some scary parts that are very narrow and very steep, but if you mind your footing, then it should be fine. And up at the hut, the owners are very helpful and very accommodating. They offer a very nice dinner, very nice breakfast, nice accommodations, and it makes for a lovely stay in Switzerland.
Da må litt trått, det har ikke håpet.
I really liked it, and it was a fun hike, and it was really interesting. I loved the view, but I think if I had to do something like it again, I would not do it again because I would do somewhere else, maybe a different mountain or something like that, because I've already seen that one. But it was really fun. Going down was a little bit harder than going up for steepness, but it was really fun. It was a really fun hike. I would recommend not starting from first because that was a little bit much. I think might have been more enjoyable for people who didn't like the heights as much. I thought that the whole hike was fun. There are some spots where if you don't like heights that are going to be a little tricky, but there are cables, which is nice. And the view's great, the hut's nice, you can take a hot shower there. And coming back down, it's a lot quicker and easier than going up was.
Oh, fun! Cool! Don't know that I'd do it again, but I'm really, really glad I did it. Lots of sunscreen, lots of water, and I guess that's it.
Discuss my experience on the Gleckstein Hut route. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful. One of the frustrations I had as a parent from the U.S. is trying to find some really hard information about the difficulty of the route, particularly the amount of drop-off and cable holding that you had to do. I came away coming here thinking it was fairly limited. It's not. If you are at all afraid of heights, this is not the hike for you. It's not dangerous if you're careful and the height issue doesn't bother you. We thought about harnessing one of our children. She wouldn't do it. In retrospect, I probably should have. We saw experienced hikers with little kids having their kids harnessed. When you get up there, it's a spectacular view. However, it's not, to me, the hike to come into. The other side of the valley shows much better views of the mountains and the glaciers. This second hike up to Bareg was spectacular. They've obviously considered the height issues and put some nice fencing along the trail. It's steep and it's long. I wouldn't recommend it in the afternoon sun, but once you get up there, absolutely spectacular. I certainly would advise families to come and visit the Grindelwald Valley.
The hike was fun. In some places it was a little challenging and rocky. You should listen to everyone in the group and make sure everyone's with you. But the views were really worth it. They were really pretty glaciers. I liked the waterfall. That was fun. Also the hut had a lot of animals and we got to see goats, which was awesome.
I wasn't afraid at all on the hike. I thought that it was very safe if you were careful and you went slowly and you held onto the cables when they were there. The food at the hut was really good. They had really nice pasta. The hot chocolate was not the best, but it was still pretty good. They had lots of animals. The goats were cool. It was really cool. They came down and they all, and one of them charged all the other ones and they all ran away. That was kind of cool to watch the group dynamics. I don't think I'd do it again, mostly because I was really tired with all the uphill walking, but it was definitely worth doing, at least.
The hike was challenging and there were areas that you needed to hold on to the railing, but it was worth the hike up. I would do it again. You just have to take your time and be careful.
The trail was great. I mean, you literally are walking along the side of a rock face. It's kind of reminded me of an outward bound idea. So anyways, it pushes to your limits a bit. It was a bit scary at times, but for the most part it was a good hike. It took us a while. The people up there were really friendly. The views along the way of the waterfalls and the glaciers and I mean just the valley were amazing. So it was a fantastic hike. It was actually, I thought it was easier coming down. I mean, you got to watch your footing, but what was the beginning coming up and the end coming down was pretty easy. So overall, I think it was a great hike. Dress well and be ready. P.S. I also went to Fallhorn the day before, so if you're just in it for the views, Fallhorn I think has better panoramas, better views, and it's an easier hike than going up to Gleckstein Hut. But the Gleckstein Hut has a good view of glaciers, so it depends what you want to do. A little bit more challenging hike, good view of glaciers, or better panoramas and a little bit easier hike.